I'm actually redoing this video. It was done previously, and I was saying that Donald Trump has the same numbers as George Washington. If you added up his birthday, which is June 14th, 1946, it adds up to a 44, which means 40, and if you add the 4 and a 0, you get a 4. And it's basically the numbers of Uranus. And it's the person always has to deal with a lot of opposition. They usually win by opposition, and that's the same numbers that George Washington had. He was a 44 in either his name or his birthday. I forget which one, but he was composed of the same structure. And George Washington, I always said, was a tough cookie. People just say he was the father of the country and so forth and so on. But actually, he was a pretty tough fighter, a pretty tough cookie. And so was Donald Trump. He had to go against all the other Republicans, against Hillary Clinton. And he did this in spite of having an unusual or an odd personality, where he said things without thinking. And that's another thing. He has the 22, that's 202, achievement. And that means what he wants and what he needs is partnerships. And he likes foreign people in foreign places. And he eventually realizes his own mistakes. And he learns them through opposition. And the same thing with the life path of 40-4, which you add the 4 to 0, and you get the 4. And it usually means a person in their latter life goes on a crusade type of thing, and they do it for noble reasons. They may be odd or unusual in their personality. They may be odd or unusual in their commitment, but they usually do it for noble reasons. And he has the same numbers as George Washington, which means his heart's in the right spot. He's learned to win from the time he's been a child, but once he wins, you find that he's not as undecent as people think. There is a human being under the facade, and everybody will say he's doing it for money. He doesn't need another pair of shoes. That's what Oprah Winfrey once said. She doesn't need another pair of shoes. That's not why she does things. After somebody's a multi-billionaire, you really think you're doing it for another pair of shoes or another coat or another hat or whatever. After a while, you have good and plenty, and he even spent a lot of money on his campaign, his own money. It's not about money at this stage. Wake up, it's not about money. He has plenty of money. I mean, how much money do you need? You think money motivates him at this stage of the game? He's 70 years old, and he has all this money, and that's why he's doing it? Come on, wake up. We hope that he fulfills the George Washington promise, but George Washington was a fighter. He wasn't an easy-go type of person. Now, the period that Trump is in from late 2015, which is the late summer, through 2016, is going through a very emotional period where he would have found that people are false or unreliable. And it's the 29 2, because when somebody's in a 2 achievement and there's a 9-year, you're in a 2-year as well. And right now, from the late summer of 2016 through 2017, he goes in this spiritual period where he's going to have to learn to cooperate and share his time, effort, and concern with others. And he should have a more humanitarian approach. He's learning as he's going. And you should find that his approach will be a lot better than it was. He's learning. He doesn't really, in the beginning, know exactly what the average person is going through because of his finances when he was born and his life finances. he's learning as he goes about the average person. He probably didn't know very many average person, except the ones that he hired or serviced different things for him. He really has no contact, and he's learning as he's going. He's made mistakes, and he's aware of it, because the 20-2, if you bring it down into the inverted pyramid, they learn by mistakes. They do learn, and we hope that he evolves. He's in this spiritual period. I would hope that he'll evolve.